Good morning. On February 20th, 2013, about an hour and a half, I was eating a donut, about an hour and a half after I left the San Diego District Attorney's office, I went there to follow up on an email that was sent to them, actually one of three that was sent to them concerning the fact that I was assaulted on an MTS bus on October 10th, 2011, and then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. And I'm going to try and hurry up and condense these details as much as possible, and also, though, still be able to show you the truth of the matter while condensing details of the matter. So I'm going to just fly right into it. On October 10th, 2011, I was brutally assaulted on an MTS bus, and then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. The individual that had assaulted me had been on that bus route on previous occasions and had engaged in gaslighting towards me, and gaslighting is a term that describes organized gang-stalking expeditions in reference to certain methods and tactics that they overtly subject a target to along a target's routes. Now, then MTS sent me an altered video of the assault. The day after the assault, a blog was written concerning me about where I was really sitting on the bus. On the right side of the bus, which is on the same side of the bus that the back and front door are on. And the perpetrator was sitting in front of me to my right. On the video, it shows us sitting on the left side of the bus. Notice how the back door is periodically on the wrong side of the bus throughout the video. Then notice that the rail that holds the mirrors on the wrong side of the bus and the mirrors backwards. Go to YouTube and type in "Learning Disabled Woman Brutally Assaulted on MTS Bus" to view the video. And the reason why they did that is because they altered the video out of haste. I know that that video was altered by 9 days after the assault because Laura Zizzo, a detective at the Eastern Division San Diego Police Department, told me that she witnessed the video that MTS had sent her and that it was only 2 minutes long. And the video that you witnessed online is only 2 minutes, is only 2 minutes long. And so what they did was they made that video out of haste, because they knew that that guy was harassing me with his left hand about 5 minutes before the assault. He was doing this, okay, then turning and looking at me and then doing this again to the guy that was sitting across from him. And he was also engaging in other activities that were very suggestive in reference to the descriptions of how I was briefing the San Diego police that I was already being harassed along my routes, on that bus route included. Now, so what they did out of haste was I think what they first attempted to do was shorten the video so him using his left hand to harass me was not included. And then, for some oddball reason, they flipped us on the other side of the bus. And I think that was because their thinking got inverted in reference to they could then turn around and say later, "Look, Leslie, he wasn't harassing with his left hand because both his hands are being shown on this video as a result of them turning it." Okay? Because when we were sitting on the side of the bus we were actually sitting on, you could probably see on video him doing something with his left hand, but not entirely. So I guess they probably figured if they rotated us and put us on the other side of the bus, you could see both of his hands clearly, and especially how his left hand would have turned out to be his right hand once they flipped it. So basically what they did, I think, is they got anxious and rotated it out of haste, because they knew I was demanding that video, copy of that video, the day after the assault. Now, also, why is the back door on the wrong side of the bus periodically throughout the video, and why is the rail that holds the mirror and the mirror backwards on the wrong side of the bus periodically throughout that video? Also, there were witnesses that were actually on that bus the day of the assault that are not on the bus in reference to the video. Also, that assault was predicted 11 days before it occurred in an email file. That email file was printed out by me, scanned, and then attached in a blog, okay? And that blog's URL address is in the description of that YouTube video. And that was it. And then what they did was they went into 3 separate Gmail accounts and erased all email files from July 20th, which was about almost 2 full weeks before I came. It was about 2 full weeks, almost 3, before I came to San Diego, up to October 10th, the day of the assault, which included the prediction email. But when I made that prediction email, I copied and pasted it the day it was made into a Word program and then downloaded that to a USB drive, which saved the date of the prediction electronically. Now, why would MTS send me an altered video? And then the San Diego police not even investigate it, even though a professor at USD, Eric Pearson, who's a professor in communications who specializes in videos and images, saw it online and posted it on First Post. My name is Leslie Williams. My goal was to expose not only the fact that this was a staged assault, but the fact that they altered the evidence of the assault, which is obstruction of justice, which makes it a felony. Because whenever you obstruct justice by altering materials of discovery evidence, you are committing a felony. Then if they had the audacity, if I was to find an uncorrupted lawyer and sue them for it, and then they commit perjury on the stand, that's perjury, which is another felony. Do you really honestly think the cops that are involved in this and MTS wants this truth to be known? No. My name is Leslie Williams. I am in San Diego, California. And why did they brutally assault me? That was the second assault that took place towards me in a matter of 60 days. Yes. And it was because I was whistleblowing online about being gang stalked here in San Diego again. I arrived on August 8, 2011 in San Diego for the first time since I was in San Diego since 2006, between 1 and 34 days, where I was gang stalked on a feverish scale, and I had the email files from 2006 to prove it. I was describing I was being gang stalked in San Diego in 2006, but I didn't say gang stalking because I didn't know what was happening to me was gang stalking. I didn't have a term to describe it. And the San Diego police played a direct role. Excuse me, please. I was just eating a donut. Played a direct role in a staged street theater on 4 days after the last email was sent concerning where I was hiking at. Okay, and it was a deliberate, intentional, crafted street theater that they brought about towards me physically. The first interaction that I ever had with San Diego police in 2006 was the day I left in San Diego in 2006. Okay, and what they pulled on that visit, they literally had a police officer approach me at a hiking area, and after she approached me on her walkie-talkie, once she started talking to me, she had a radio on her waist. It was a walkie-talkie that I guess communicates back and forth with radio dispatch. I flat out heard undeniably on her a thing being broadcasted on her walkie-talkie. It's okay now, you don't have to worry, the stalkers are gone. Okay? And the night before and that morning, I was, well, I'll put it to you this way, are targets of organized gang stalking electronically harassed? Are they? Are they? And if a target doesn't know what they're hearing, okay, is electronic harassment, they might believe that what they're hearing is people outside of their hiking area, like outside of their tent when the target's in the tent, to make them believe that it's actually physical people that are around their area commenting even about things they might be doing in their tent. And when you go to the bottom of Freedom from Covert Harassment and Surveillance, you'll see 3 PDF links. Pay close attention to the first 2, remote neural monitoring and the microwave hearing effect. But here's the thing. I never had one interaction whatsoever by any type of communication or physical interaction with the San Diego police whatsoever in 2006. So why was it broadcasted over her radio, it's okay, the stalkers are gone? Yeah, to make me believe that the situation had ended and therefore it was okay for me to go back to Michigan, which is basically what she was coercing me into doing as we were physically interacting. Because at that time I was believing that I was stalked from Michigan to California by individuals, and it literally states it in the email files, and I was being cyber surveilled at the Point Loma Library. Now I have undisputable physical tangible proof that I have been a victim of this crime now ever since 2004. Undisputable, and this proof does show San Diego in 2006, and again since I've been back here since 2011 up to this date, March 10th, 2013. Undisputable proof. But a lot of this proof ties back again current public libraries, San Diego, including library employees, library staff, and people coming in acting as patrons, and 3 university campuses and multiple businesses. Now you might think to yourself, how is all this being orchestrated just against one person? A lot of it's being achieved through what is known as the community notification, which is a law enforcement tool that is supposed to be used concerning violent offenders or sexual offenders that leave like a prison or whatever, and when they're released, the community is notified as a result. What they're doing through the monitoring, the stalking, the tracking, and these communication notifications, which is a law enforcement tool, is that they're duping innocent members in the community, including employees of libraries, to harass a target in specific ways, to make them feel like every single day they got to experience the same exact organized gang stalking solicitation methods and staged incidences, which totally include falsified complaints in order to make it appear that the targets being banned from a university or library is based on a legitimate complaint. They're staged events. They're called street theaters and gang stalking circles. And this is all done to take the resources that a target is using, like computers and the internet, to expose what's happening to them, what's happened to them, and what might happen to them, because what I do is make prediction files about what might transpire towards me next when I'm out and about in a community. I then take these video prediction files and upload them to the internet, so if something does happen, because I'm also wearing a digital tape recorder that is running in on me at all times, okay, for 3 different reasons. One of the main ones is to catch any organized gang stalking event that might transpire towards me, or the direct conversation methods that are directly attached to sensitization tactics of gang stalking. And so what they know I'm doing is catching this evidence and then uploading it either from the video evidence or audio to video, and then uploading that video to the internet. And that exposes the places that are being used, the people that are being used. And if an event transpires that I predict before I even arrive at the place the event transpires, it shows malice aforethought, criminal intent, conspiracy, stalking, and the places that were used that aided and abetted in it. It proves this crime's happening towards me and that they were involved in it. So they're trying to take away my community resources of me exposing this online by setting up and trying to make it look like people are complaining about me at libraries, at university libraries. Yes, they try to provoke me into acting out. You would not believe the criminal bullshit that is happening towards me by the people who are actually involved in these crimes, while trying to treat me like my behaviors are inappropriate at the environments they're committing their crimes towards me at, public libraries. I'm in San Diego, California. Look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperating material in reference to these statements. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth, so fellow San Diegoans can know the truth. And this is organized crime in the system downtown, connected as well. I opened up this particular video file and I made a statement that on February 20th, 2013, about an hour, between an hour and a half after I left the San Diego District Attorney's Office to go down there to brief them that they had been sent an email and that I had no reply concerning the MTS assault and the fact that the video was altered. After I left that office and went to a place to get a t-shirt made, I got off the bus, okay, and walked to a street corner and had to wait for the light to turn green, and an individual was standing on that street corner gaslighting me. So I decided to ask him why he was doing what he was doing and who might have possibly solicited him to do it. And as it was transpiring, a San Diego police car made a U-turn directly in front of us and gaslighted me, and I believe was actually hand signaling him, okay, to continue with what he had been solicited to do so. And so I asked him, was it that cop right there that solicited you to get on this corner to behave the way you're behaving right now? And he said yes. And it was caught on digital audio file. That was within an hour and a half after I left the San Diego District Attorney's Office complaining about the San Diego Police Department at least botching the investigation concerning the MTS assault video and the fact that it was altered. Yes, because I was told by an individual that that video was going to be sent to the San Diego District Attorney's Office for completion in reference to the case concerning it. My name is Leslie Williams. I'm in San Diego, California. I make these videos to inform, to expose the truth. A few days ago, a blog and a video was made in my name about a week ago concerning how the San Diego public libraries are now going to start looking for excuses to ban me. And the last time I was at a library in San Diego, a branch manager came out and harassed me not even 30 seconds after he was caught, flat out caught, in gang stalking. And how he denied every bit of it. Yeah. And that video will eventually be put in the description of this YouTube video. I'm in San Diego, California. My name is Leslie Williams, and I am predicting right now that they're going to try and do anything and everything, no matter where I'm at, whether it be at a business, a law library, a San Diego public library, a community center, any place that I go to, any business, even this area that I'm at right now, okay, to engage in what is known as organized gang stalking street theaters to make it appear that they have a legitimate reason to either call the police, have me arrested, yes, or institutionalize me. Because these are the methods and schemes and tactics and resources that they use in gang stalking expeditions to discredit the truth by discrediting the truth teller. Yes, go to Google and type in about how gang stalking targets are deliberately diagnosed with false mental diagnoses, how police reports are falsified. Yes, go to Google and type in organized stalking or gang stalking in public libraries. And when you witness the amount of Google-generated responses and then the description in the blogs and YouTube videos that fellow targets are making concerning these types of places, you'll clearly be able to see that what I'm telling you is the truth. Also in the description of this YouTube video is going to be a bunch of cooperating material, including additional YouTube titles that you can copy and paste into YouTube, so you can go to those YouTube videos, watch the actual video, and then correlate the statements in the video to the cooperating material in each description of each video, in order to be able to see undisputable, physical, tangible proof. It's organized crime in the system that's downtown, that's connected to the community. They will use churches, self-help groups, homeless shelters, domestic violence shelters, charities, churches. You would not believe what I know. And they know I know it. And they know that I have proof that I was gang stalked out here in 2006, that the San Diego police played a direct role in it, that the San Diego Point Loma Library played a direct role in it in 2006. And they know now that I have undisputable proof that I've been gang stalked here since I've been back here for the first time since 2006, when I arrived back here on August 8, 2011. How did they know I came back here? Because I was gang stalked to here from Connecticut. And I was only in Connecticut for about 2 months. And I went to Connecticut from Michigan. Yeah, where I was gang stalked on a feverish scale for years. Now, when I left in 2006 from San Diego, I went back to Michigan. Now that I have undisputable proof that I've been gang stalked here again in San Diego, it ties all of these states in the duration of this crime, which include sexual exploitation. You would not believe the crimes that have happened to me as a direct result of the San Diego police pulling a staged street theater in 2006 towards me. And that's the reason why they won't file a police report about me currently being gang stalked. They know that the San Diego Point Loma Library was involved in it in 2006. I got email files to prove it. And I have undisputable proof that I've been a victim of this crime throughout all these years' duration. And since they're involved in it, do you honestly believe for 1 second that the San Diego County government want this to be known as far as the truth? A learning disabled woman being sexually exploited, tortured? Do you really think that they want that truth to be known? No. What they'll do is continue the gang stalking, stage street theaters and staged events, yes, in order to be able to either ban me into a psychiatric ward, yes, have me falsely arrested, or creatively have me taken off Social Security so they can exploit the poverty, which will lead me eventually physically to locations that they can control. It's organized crime in the system, and I make these videos to expose. Thank you.